inside his classroom. Wave 3 News reporter Cedra Mayfield shows us how controversy mounts over the freedom of expression.
Whether marching, holding signs, or wearing slogans, social activism has many forms. From celebrities to everyday people, many of those expressions are being scrutinized, and often by employers.
If I had a shirt that said 9/11, fight for our country, you tell me to take it off?
When Jarrell Dillingham ordered this sweatshirt for himself and his son,
I can't breathe.
He originally did so to take a stance.
In honor of the death of Eric Garner, the guy who was choked to death by the police in New York.
When he wore it to work Monday at Conway Middle School, the exceptional child education teacher had no idea he would be asked to change.
I was approached by my assistant principal. He said, I need you to take off that sweatshirt. And I said, my sweatshirt, you know, what's wrong with my sweatshirt? He said, it's politically driven and you shouldn't have it in the school.
If it's not disrupting the ability to learn, then usually that's a guideline that's practiced.
Kentucky ACLU Executive Director Michael Aldridge says while First Amendment rights guarantee you the right to express yourself, differences in employment type and settings can warrant different levels of scrutiny for those expressions.
As a representative of that organization, generally the employer has some latitude in how they're being represented in the public.
Even professional athletes are no exception. The NFL threatened to fine St. Louis Rams players after they walked onto the field with their hands raised in protest of the August police shooting death of unarmed Missouri teen Michael Brown.
My son is a little athlete, and I know that he saw Derrick Rose with it on.
Unsure of JCPS's protocol, Dillingham says both he and his principal reached out to the Jefferson County Teachers Association for clarity, but not before modifying his attire for the time being.
He said, you know what? It might be a good idea for you to put it inside out.
In this handwritten statement to Wave 3 News, JCTA President Britt McKim says that while the district does not have a formal dress code, the union recognizes the district's authority to intervene if staff attire creates safety issues or disrupts learning.
The principal called me in, he told me that he respected me.
Dillingham says his sweatshirt,
that his sweater does not violate any of the rules or regulations of the school.
Later cleared by the principal. Bottom line, there is no blanket rule that shields your right to freedom of expression from scrutiny. Oftentimes, it'll simply come down to who you work for. In Louisville, Cedra Mayfield, Wave 3 News.